people from Lake Travis go on vacation? Imagine this, you're living the dream, soaking up the lake life, and then you need a break. But where do people from Lake Travis go when they want to trade the hills for the beach? The answer, South Padre Island. It's a 6-hour drive south, or a little over an hour on a plane, and it's the ultimate Texas beach escape. I'm taking you on a road trip from Lake Travis to South Padre, sharing what makes it so special, what to do when you get there, where to stay, and the must-see local events. Chapter 1, The Drive. Lake Travis to South Padre. All right, let's talk about the drive. South Padre Island is about 6 hours south of Lake Travis. It's a pretty straight shot down I-35 through San Antonio and continuing south almost all the way to Mexico. You'll pass some great pit stops along the way. In San Antonio, grab some breakfast tacos at the original donut shop or stop by Buc-ee's for road trip snacks. If you have never been to Buc-ee's, this is an experience you will never forget. It's a gas station the size of a Walmart and 500 gas pumps. Buc-ee's is one of the major supercharger locations across Texas and is a great pit stop to charge if you have an EV. Buc-ee's has created a whole brand of snacks, meal items, clothing, and gifts. My personal favorite is the jerky counter, and you can find almost anything at Buc-ee's. Once you hit the southern part of Texas, the landscape changes. You'll start seeing palm trees, warm breezes, and before you know it, you're crossing the iconic Queen Isabella Causeway onto South Padre Island. Chapter 2. Why South Padre Island? So why South Padre? Simple. It's got some of the best beaches in Texas. Powdery sand, warm Gulf waters, and a laid-back vibe that's perfect for relaxing. If relaxing isn't your vibe, there are always party people here who are drawn to the water for a good time. It's also the only tropical island in Texas, literally. The warm climate and clear water make it feel like you're on a remote island in the Caribbean. And did I mention the sunsets over the Laguna Madre? Absolute magic. One question I get a lot is South Padre safe? And the short answer is yes. South Padre is a popular tourist destination with a laid-back, family-friendly vibe. The crime rate here is low, especially compared to larger cities. The island is well patrolled, and most crime is minor. Think petty theft or car break-ins. If you leave valuables out, just like anywhere, use common sense. Lock your car, don't leave your valuables on the beach, and be mindful at night. Beach and water safety. Always check the beach warning flags. Green is good, yellow means moderate waves, and red means use extreme caution when swimming. Rip currents can happen, so swim near lifeguard stations if you're nervous. There's no shame in wearing a life jacket to swim. If you get too far out and get tired, it will save your life. Always stay within arm's reach of kids in the ocean, even if they're strong swimmers. Drink lots of water while you're swimming. You may not feel thirsty, but it's so easy to get dehydrated in the sun and salt water. Drink way more water or Gatorade than you think you need. It will help avoid a headache later. Chapter 3, Things to do in South Padre. All right, let's talk about what to do while you're there. The beach is the main activity in South Padre. Spend the day lounging on the beach and swimming in the Gulf. Try kiteboarding or surfing if you're feeling adventurous. Rent a jet ski or hop on a banana boat ride for some thrills. All hotels and most vacation rentals have a pool and hot tub, and this is a great way to break up the beach time. The hot tubs get busy in the evenings, so I like to go out in the mornings while all the party people are still asleep. Can you swim in the water at South Padre Island? Absolutely yes. South Padre Island is one of the best places to swim in Texas. The water there is clean, warm, and clear, especially compared to other Gulf Coast beaches. The waves are usually gentle, making it great for families, and if you go on a calm day, the water looks like the Caribbean. If you're used to freezing cold ocean water, you are going to love South Padre Island. The Gulf of Mexico stays fairly warm year-round. Here's a quick breakdown. During the spring, March through May, the water is 70 to 78 degrees Fahrenheit. It's a little chilly at first, but warms up fast. During the summer, June through August, the water is 80 to 86 degrees Fahrenheit. Feels like bath water. During the fall, September through November, the water is 75 to 82 degrees Fahrenheit, perfect for swimming. During the winter, December through February, the water is the coldest at 65 to 72 degrees Fahrenheit. It's still swimmable. It takes a minute to get used to it. You can swim year-round. It just depends on how brave you are in the winter. What animals can you see on the beach in South Padre Island? Let's start with the one that everyone asks about, jellyfish. Yes, you might see them in the water or washed up on the shore, but don't panic. What to know about jellyfish in South Padre? Most of the time, jellyfish aren't a huge problem, but they do show up occasionally, especially in late summer and early fall. The most common type you'll see is the moon jelly, which is mostly harmless. But every now and then, the Portuguese man-o-war shows up, and those can sting. If you get stung, don't rinse with fresh water. Use vinegar or salt water and scrape off any tentacles with a credit card. Honestly, jellyfish stings are pretty rare. Most people swim all week without seeing a single one. Next up, crabs. You're almost guaranteed to see these little guys running across the sand, especially in the evening. If you bring a flashlight and go down to the beach at night, you can see tons of ghost crabs running around. These little white crabs are super fast and come out at night. If you're lucky, you might spot a hermit crab moving shells along the beach, but it's more likely that you'll see those at the gift shop in a colorful shell. Crabs are totally harmless and actually help clean up the beach by eating little bits of dead fish and seaweed. Just don't step on one barefoot, it might pinch. South Padre Island is home to some amazing wildlife beyond just crabs and fish. Take a dolphin tour and you are almost guaranteed to see a pod of them jumping in the waves. The island is famous for Kemp's Ridley sea turtles. If you visit in the summer, you might even see a baby sea turtle release. South Padre is a top bird watching spot. You'll see pelicans, seagulls, and maybe even pink spoonbills. Fishing and dolphin tours are a great way to fill an afternoon, especially if you're nursing a sunburn from the beach or pool day before. The boat docks are nearby and the captains make the trips fun. Nothing beats watching the sun dip below the horizon while sipping a margarita on a sunset catamaran cruise. Chapter 4, Hotel versus Vacation Rental, Where to Stay. So where should you stay? It all depends on your vibe. Hotels and resorts are great if you want full service amenities. Pools, bars, restaurants, and room service. Staying at a resort like Pearl South Padre or Isla Grande Beach Resort is a great choice. Some resorts even offer beachfront cabanas and on-site activities like yoga on the beach and live music by the pool. Airbnb and vacation rentals are perfect if you're traveling with a large family, friends, or pets. Renting an Airbnb or VRBO can give you more space, a kitchen to cook meals, and even a private pool. Vacation rentals are popular, and if you book early, you can find some amazing spots right on the beach. With a vacation rental, I always feel like I get more of an immersive experience in the neighborhood and always end up online looking to see if I can find a similar place nearby for sale. Personally, I love renting a beachfront condo, waking up to ocean views, and having my own little slice of paradise. It's also nice being able to prepare a meal and not going to a restaurant 3 times a day. Chapter 5, Traveling with Kids, Family-Friendly Tips. If you're bringing the kids, South Padre is a super family-friendly destination. You can take sandcastle building classes from local professional sandcastle artists if your kids are into this kind of activity. The beach park at Isla Blanca is a water park right on the beach with slides, a lazy river, and wave pools. It's only open certain times of the year, so double check their schedule before you plan a trip around this. SPI Birding and Nature Center is a great way to explore local wildlife with the little ones. A day at the beach is a blast for all ages. You can buy boogie boards and swim masks at the local shops, and the kids can play in the surf for hours. It's nice to pack a canopy or umbrella so that you have a shady spot to relax and cool down. There are also local spots where you can rent beach canopies and chairs if you're traveling light. A cooler full of drinks and snacks means you don't have to leave for lunch and risk losing your prime spot. You can find shells on the beach, watch the minnows swim around your feet, and get your daily dose of vitamin D. A quick reminder to wear sunscreen. The Texas sun is no joke, and even on a cool day, it's stronger than you might expect. So apply reef-safe sunscreen 30 minutes before you go outside and reapply often. There's nothing worse than getting a sunburn your first day at the beach, and if you aren't careful, this will definitely happen your first day in South Padre. 1 hour in South Padre is like 3 hours on Lake Travis. A hat and sunglasses will also help save you from the dreaded vacation sunburn. Trust me, you don't want to be the person who turns into a lobster on day 1. Chapter 6, Local Events and Festivals. South Padre isn't just a summer getaway, there are events happening all year long. During the summer, fireworks light up the sky every Friday and Saturday night. Sandcastle days are in October. Watch pros build insane sand sculptures. It's like an art gallery on the beach. The Texas International Fishing Tournament is in August and is one of the biggest fishing tournaments in the country. The SPI Music Fest happens twice a year, featuring beachside live music with big-name artists and local bands alike. If you grew up watching MTV, you know South Padre is the spot for spring break. College students from all over Texas and the nation flock to this beach to let loose every March. If you do happen to plan your family trip during spring break week, don't worry, there are plenty of spots that aren't party central. Chapter 7, Final Thoughts. Why South Padre is a must visit. So if you're moving to Lake Travis and wondering where to vacation, now you know. South Padre Island is the perfect escape. It's got everything. Beautiful beaches, amazing food, fun activities, and a laid-back vibe that's perfect for unwinding. There are closer beaches like Port Aransas and Galveston, but the weather in spring and fall can be chilly. Driving that extra 3 hours south gives you the guarantee that you'll be soaking up the sun instead of wearing a sweatshirt in the sand. Don't get me wrong, you will still have a blast in Port A, and as soon as I can get my family away for another trip, I'll make a video about the beach there. But South Padre Island feels like more of a real vacation than a weekend getaway. What's your favorite Texas vacation spot? Drop it in the comments. And if you're thinking about making the move to Lake Travis, I'd love to help. Hit that subscribe button for more Texas lifestyle content. I'm Ellen Steele with Steele Portfolio Real Estate. Lake Travis is waiting for you.